at the Tarot de Marseille by Jodorowsky and Cameron. I believe it's out of print. I purchased this a few years ago. I like this deck. It's based on the Tarot de Marseille, and it is the book that Jodorowsky wrote because he's very much into tarot. He wrote this with Marianne Costa. This is published by Destiny Books. It references all of these cards and it explains them in a lot of detail. It's a over 500-page book. It's still in print. It's very nice. I like that it's interesting. It's called The Way of the Tarot, the spiritual teacher in the cards. Now, if you know Jodorowsky, he is the director of Holy Mountain, El Topo. I have a set of his DVDs. Holy Mountain is amazing. El Topo is also amazing. He's a pretty interesting person. He also was slated to direct Dune, but David Lynch something happened and David Lynch took over. But there's a documentary that came out a few years ago about Jodorowsky's Dune, and it's really interesting. So this deck comes with a little booklet in 6 languages. It's called, I get the English part, Tarot of Marseille Restored, or The Art of Tarot. Extracts from the book. The complete book, The Art of Tarot by Alejandro Jodorowsky. So he's written other books on the tarot, and I have not. This one I have looked through, but I haven't read it that much. It comes with a little stapled booklet. The backs of the cards are reversible. It also comes with 2 blank cards, and the minor arcana, the King, the Queen, the Knight, and the Page. They're all they're pictures, but the rest are not really illustrated. The one thing that strikes you about this deck is the colors are fairly simplistic and garish, and they still look like woodcuts. The Marseille deck, the original one. So this is almost like the Weight Universal deck. This is very similar in the way it's presented. The box itself, it has the chariot and a moon and little tabs have pictures on them. I don't know if the ones down here also have different pictures on them, which is interesting. They're hidden in the flaps. It's kind of a neat thing. And the box is marked by the suits, and it's traditional suits. So I thought I'd just let's look at the these are in order. And they're out of order. Let's see, there's only a few out of order. 2. Much better. Okay, so let's flip them over and look at them. So we have the Fool, the Mat. I thought in French Fool is F-O-U, but I might be wrong. So we have the dog, we have the traditional knapsack, and he's walking, not really looking where he's going. We have Le Bateleur. I think that means juggler. Not so much magician. We have dice, almost like a gambler. Little circles, a purse, baton. He's looking off. He's kind of dressed. All these characters are dressed, in the colors of the deck. La Papisse. La Impératrice. L'Empereur. L'Empereur. Le Pape. We have the almost abstract monks there, and he's doing his thing with the his hands. Les amoureux, the lovers. But it's a man with two women. He's looking at one, the older one, not the younger one. And there's Cupid sort of getting ready to shoot them. The chariot. One of the horses has only one eye. There are two faces there. We have the banner of stars. The wheels, chariot. La Justice. Le Hermit. We have the traditional older man hunched over with robes, a staff, and the lantern. Le Roue de Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. Almost looks like a torture device. But this one we have three. We have sort of the monkey figure, the bull figure, the sphinx figure. Looks like it's on water. La Force, strength. Here we have the traditional, the woman opening the mouth of the lion. Le Pendu. I don't think that means hangman. I think that means something else. But the traditional leg crossed, tied. It's funny, Le Mort, death, does not have a name. Maybe bad luck to give it a name. It is the 13th card. The face is sort of almost abstract, like a pumpkin. The ribs are showing. One of the legs and one of the arms is a different color, which is different. We have sort of a crowned king and queen there with dismembered hands and feet. A black ground. Temperance. The Diable. Sort of a clown of a sort of a Hieronymus Bosch figure. Eyes in the stomach. Penis, eyes in the knees. The man and woman trapped. Almost like a comical figure. La Maison Dieu, which looks like the House of God or the God House. Destroyed. We have all these lights in the sky, the two people falling down. It's been struck by lightning or wind. L'Étoile. We have stars here. We have some sort of bird or praying mantis looking thing there. Pouring one on the ground, one in the water. And we have here La Lune. Here we have the two dogs, the two pillars, the crayfish or lobster here with the drops coming down. We have Le Soleil, the sun. The two children or men kind of poking around. One looks like in water, one's on land. Le Mans, traditional. Here we have the bull, the lion, the bird, the angel, and the woman in the world, and the wreath. And the last card. Oops, that was out of order. So this was the last card, the world. Le Judgment. So here you have a dead person, the living, praying, this hideous looking heralder coming out of the sky, flames and parrot-like wings. And then we'd have the Le Mans. So that is the major arcana of the deck, which is for me it's not a very usable deck because I really struggle with the pips with no pictures because you really need to know your tarot when you're looking at them. It's easy to know that the pentacles, their earth sign and all, and what they stand for, but you really need to know a little bit more about, memorize the tarot. Again, the kings and queens are all more detailed than the minor, the pips. Anyway, that's the Jodorowsky deck. If you haven't seen Holy Mountain, you really should. It's really good. Supposedly it was like John Lennon's favorite movie. El Topo is like the quintessential B Western that's just kind of out there and crazy. It's definitely something to. Those two movies are very similar. They're kind of wacky, crazy, surreal. Really interesting director. He also did a graphic novel series called The Incal, which I haven't checked out. So he's very prolific. He's still alive. Jodorowsky's really an interesting guy if you listen to any of his interviews. Anyway, that's my small review of the Tarot de Marseille of Jodorowsky. Anyway, thank you for watching.